Parasha-Meditation, Parashat Teruma. So this parasha is about building the Mishkan, building the tabernacle, the temple, and all the donations that Jewish people, Israelites, gave with so much love and excitement. And so when we had the Mishkan and later its temple version, it opened all the spiritual blockages that blocked us, and it restored our prophetic spirit. So we have had a lot of traumas in our drawn out exile, collective traumas that the Jewish people have suffered through. And so we need to heal them. The way we can heal these traumas collectively after we work on them personally, individually, is through specifically the Mishkan, the temple, and the materials of gold, silver, and copper that it was made from. Those are materials, are really mediums for healing our body, heart, and mind, which correspond respectively to our behavioral, our emotional, and our intellectual health. So we're going to, in our meditation today, we're going to visualize these materials in our relevant body parts, and that will actually help us engender physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So Parashat Teruma opens with Hashem's request to donate the materials that's needed in the Mishkan, which is the meeting place for Hashem and the Jewish people. And it says, "V'daber Hashem el Moshe le'emor, דבר אל בני ישראל ויקחו לי תרומה מאת כל איש אשר ידבנו לי פה ויקחו את תרומתי." In Shemot 25, verse 1-2, Hashem spoke to Moshe, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel that they may take me an offering. You shall accept gift from me from every person whose heart moves him to give." If you notice, it doesn't say bring an offering, bring me an offering, but rather take me an offering. Vikhu li. From here we can learn that whoever donates for the sake of Hashem actually gets to take Hashem. We actually receive a greater closeness to Hashem through these donations. And then it says, "Let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them." It didn't state that I may dwell within it, but because the divine presence does not dwell in the sanctuary for the sake of the sanctuary, but for the sake of Israel. We are the sanctuary of Hashem. The Mikdash brings us so much closer to Hashem that we all feel Hashem within us. Our discovering the divine presence in the Mikdash verifies that Hashem dwells among us. So the temple or the Mishkan is the circuit that channels the light of the world. While our entire being can enjoy the smell of delicious aromatics, oils, essential oils, it's only absorbed through a very small part of our body. In the same way, Hashem's presence is everywhere, but he communicates through the Mikdash. The Mikdash is the circuit that channels the light of the world. Likewise, electricity may be available in an entire building, yet we need to channel it into a circuit in order to produce light. By realizing God's presence, we become the circuit that reveals divinity in the world. By directing ourselves to the Mishkan, we become the Mishkan. And that is from Rabbi Simcha Ziv of Kelm. So how can we fulfill the command to make a Mishkan in our time when we don't have a temple, and we don't really have the ability to go and tear down the golden mosque and start building the temple? But we still have the mitzvah. It's written in this week's Parsha. So how can we fulfill that mitzvah. So the way we could do today is to build a sanctuary in our heart. Bilvavi mishkan evneh. When God dwells in our heart and soul, each and every one of us will be the continuation, will fulfill the continuation of the verse that I may dwell amongst them. So it's easy to say, let's make a sanctuary for Hashem in our heart. But to actually do it, we need to meditate and really focus on opening ourselves to let Hashem in. When we have fears, we unconsciously close the energy fields without allowing Hashem's light into our body, heart, and soul. We have lived for thousands of years with these primal fears. They derive from our collective unconscious, yet they also manifest on a personal level. Each of the exile in which the Jewish people have been traumatized had left a different spiritual scar on our soul. So the materials of the tabernacle, the gold, silver, and copper, they represent respectively the three parts of the Mishkan. Gold is the Holy of Holies, silver is the tent of meeting, and the courtyard is the material, corresponds to material of copper. These are all channels for Hashem's light to overcome our primal fears. So the ark was covered with gold, and the cherubs upon it were made of pure gold. This gold has the ability to heal the trauma of the Egyptian slavery and also the fear of rape associated with the lower part of our body, which also translate into fear of losing control. Silver is the sockets of the tent of meeting were made of silver. This silver channels the power to heal the middle part of our body, the heart area, connected with fear of death caused by the Babylonian exile. On a smaller scale, this is also the fear of being overwhelmed, of not having enough life in us to deal with everything needing our attention. The courtyard, that corresponds to sockets, to the copper. The sockets of the courtyard were made of copper. This copper channels the power to heal our upper part, the head, connected with the fear of losing our mind caused by the Roman exile. It includes fear of all mental matters, even fear of not being good enough. The Mishkan was a spiritual healing structure. When it was erected, Hashem's light shining through the mediums of gold, silver, and copper from each of its three parts respectively would enter our entire being, dwell within us, and heal us. So now the meditation. Sit comfortably. Okay. Sit comfortably in your chair. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and let go of anything you may be holding on to. Try to connect with the light of Hashem that always comes down from above. Visualize the light entering from your keta, your crown. Remember, our body is continually filled with Hashem's light and love, even when we don't see or feel it. Imagine Hashem's light in a shade of copper surrounding and filling your head. Envision your entire head, neck, and throat glowing with the beautiful light of copper. Now this light is cascading down your shoulders, becoming pure and silvery as it fills your torso, chest, and lungs. Imagine it shimmering into your heart, exuding its silvery glow with every beat. Allow the light to emanate from your heart down to your stomach and then to your entire pelvis as it turns into gold. Breathe the golden light into your small intestines, your colon, ovaries, tubes, womb, and private place. Allow the golden light to enter your liver behind your rib cage on the right side and your spleen on the left. Cleanse your bean-shaped kidneys in the back with a shimmering golden light. Let the light enter your thighs, knees, calves, and feet. Then imagine your entire lower self completely illuminated with golden light. Visualize how your entire being is exuding light outwardly. Your pelvis and lower part is shining gold. Your torso and middle part pure silver. Shimmering copper shines from your throat and upward, including your entire head with your mouth, nose, eyes, and ears. A copper crown is adorning your head. Imagine a golden triangle on your lower body, its middle point where your legs meet, and the triangle's sides are two lines, one that goes to your right side and another to your left side. Imagine Hashem's light filling this golden triangle. Now envision an upside down triangle facing the first triangle to form the shape of a Magen David. Its middle point is below your belly button, with one line to your right side and another line to your left side. Breathe into this Magen David and imagine Hashem's light protecting you from any fears in your pelvis. Or just visualize a golden Magen David anywhere on your pelvis. Move your mind's eye to your heart region. Visualize your heart as the middle point of a new triangle made of silver with a line to both your right and left shoulder. Imagine Hashem's light filling this silver triangle. Now envision another upside down triangle facing the first triangle to form the shape of a Magen David. Its middle point is below the throat with a line to just below your right and left armpit. Breathe into this Magen David and imagine Hashem's light protecting you from any fears in your torso. Or just visualize a silver Magen David of any size in your heart. You could imagine wearing a silver Magen David necklace. Now, move your mind's eye to your head. Visualize the middle point of a new triangle of copper on top of your head in the center. It has a line to both your right and left temples. Imagine Hashem's light filling this copper triangle. Visualize another upside down triangle facing the first triangle to form the shape of a Magen David. Its middle point is above the throat with a line to your right and left temples. Or imagine any kind of copper Magen David on your face, head, or neck. Breathe into this Magen David and imagine Hashem's light protecting you from any fears in your mind. In the middle of this Magen David, envision Hashem's four-lettered name flashing in your mind's eye. Yud and He and Vav and He. Sending love and compassion. Now try to visualize all the three stars of David simultaneously flashing to the beat of your heart, and feel how your entire being is being illuminated by Hashem's life-giving protective light. These last two steps are for group meditation. Okay, well, we're not going to do, I don't know if you can do it. All right, let's try. Become aware of the presence of the person at your feet. Where does she need protection most? Imagine sending Hashem's light and love in the shape of a Magen David to her. Use your intuition and choose whether to send her gold, silver, or copper. Keep sending her Hashem's light, exuding from your chosen star of David. Now focus your attention to the person at your left. Open yourself to receive the Magen David she is sending you. Allow it to enter the part of you that needs the protective glow the most. Keep receiving until you feel filled. After a few minutes, take several deep breaths and release your arms and legs before opening your eyes. You can work on removing the three primal fears on an individual level, but it's only through the temple that we will be able to undo and overcome all of the archetypal fears on a collective level. The three parts of the Mishkan, the courtyard, the tent of meeting, and the Holy of Holies exude their healing power respectively to overcome each of the three primal fears. We await the rebuilding of the temple to complete the spiritual healing of the soul of our people from the spiritual scars of exile. May the spiritual healing structure of the temple be rebuilt in our days so the Shekhinah can dwell completely within our entire being, body, heart, and soul. Okay.